Today we're back to the basic, with a player that needed some work on the core fundamentals of the game, like peeking and decision making. Sit back, relax and enjoy today's session. Alright, what do you want to look at for this demo? Do you have something specific?
The way I entry frag.
Okay. That's fine.
And how I position my crosshair.
But entry frag and crosshair, that's fine. Then we're gonna do a very in-depth look on the T side, hopefully then. Unlucky there, unlucky. Alison Burger kills 3. That's unlucky. Unlucky. There's not much you can do there. You kinda, in that position, you hope that your teammate have that kill because you are fully focusing left side. Yep. It's very unlucky there. I will give you a hint here. You're clearing these corners like very... like a little
slow?
Bit... No, not slow, but like a little too much. Like you're looking a lot at, like, for instance, like... if we can go back and I'm gonna show you. Oh, we're not on you anymore. Let us get to you quickly. There we go. We'll show you here. I will show you here now. Yeah, now, when you clear this is fine. Little bit too high crosshair placement, but that's fine. When you look there, look here, you look very long here right now. You don't have to look this long here. Imagine he now swings from the right. So here you want to be a little bit faster and not like, you have to clear it properly, but do it a little bit faster. Otherwise you get a little bit too stuck in that corner.
Wish I won this round.
Alright, let's see. Great smoke. Your teammate gets 2 good kills. Here you want to be a little bit... yeah, be a little bit careful about your position right there.
Yeah. I know that position they can kill my teammate, but I couldn't see them. Yeah,
as well as your position right now isn't the best. There's 2 guys left. One is CT and one banana, as we can see, but imagine the other guy is like coffins, construction, church, whatever you call it. Right, yeah, now you have, yeah, so you would rather just try to find a good position, because like walking a lot around like this is very tough. Like around. I'm gonna take volume a little bit lower. Great played by you, great played. When you do this peek, I'm going to 12th time, right? You're peeking out like this, you don't even have your gun out and he can already see you, it's a lucky flash. You want to be a little bit faster here, jump down in pit, not run down to pit, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And then when you're doing these peeks, you see, you don't even stop moving before you shoot. Right, that's a good peek. You see that? Like, you don't even see them before you shoot. So be a little bit careful about that.
I'm pre-firing.
Yeah, so when you pre-fire, that's fine. But you still have to kind of know where they are, if that makes sense. Because then you see that you shoot before you even swing out, so you get like a proper vision of where they are. Because otherwise you're just wasting bullets and giving away your position.
Alright.
Look now, you just peek with them. And you wanted to know about entry fragging. And this is basically like entry frag. Your teammate is entering, you're the second guy. The rule is that when your teammate is the entry fragger, he have to check the most common position like he's doing now. Then you as the second guy have to check the things he's not checking. So right now he is not checking CT. That's your job then. So you shouldn't be swinging and looking here. You should be swinging and looking CT. If that makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
So you should be turned around here. Yeah?
Because I thought that when he's entry fragging, I can, you know, when he's going in, I go with him. So if he dies, I can get straight kills. Yep,
so let me find up, let me show you quickly. I can probably show you. Let me find a little, give me a second. I will open up Photoshop. I will show you what I mean. Probably works. Alright, so when you enter frag, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So let's say you and your teammate are here and you want to get sight, right? The most common position on sight, if it's not smoked, are this, and this. These are the most common ones. The entry fragger, the first guy, is gonna run out and do proper peeking, so he checks all of this. You as the second guy have to join him. But it doesn't make sense if you're both checking but the same corners. Because now if there's a guy here, he kills both. Or if there's a guy here, he kills both. Right?
Right.
So you as a second guy, you have to identify... what position he cannot check. So for instance, this, maybe this. And then when you're the second guy, when you run out, you want to check this while he checks here. And you want to check this while he checks here. You don't want to check this while he checks here. And then you can both check there. If that makes sense.
Okay, got it.
And the enter fragger, if he dies, you have to be close enough. So let's say, if you take away, if your enter fragger dies here, that's such a weak color. Enter fragger dies here to this guy. And you just finished checking like this position right there. You have to be close enough so you can turn around and kill this guy. That's the job of the second guy. You have to be able to trade your enter fragger and check what the enter fragger doesn't check. So then when we go back to CS, when we go back to CS, you can see that you're both checking here and CT isn't smoked. So if there's a guy CT, he kills both of you. And this push is basically useless. It's a 3v3 turned into a 1v3 again. Here, you see how you crouch? And then you walk in? The other guy can see you when you're crouched down. So be a little bit careful about that. Because when you... so when you peek that close to that corner, right? When you crouch down and walk into it, they can see your shoulder before you see them. If that makes sense.
So, I just...
so
I just don't crouch?
No, you have to be a little bit further away from the corner. Can I find a picture? CSGO... Yeah. You're doing a lot of pre-firing, which I like. But you have to do it properly, and I can show you that after. Is he boosted? I would assume so. Because right now you're doing good, just clearing everything. I like that. You're doing a little bit too much of pre-firing earlier on.
Yeah, look, my team. They said rush B and then like...
Yeah, they fell flat. I will give you a hint there though. Yeah, always listen to your teammates. I think that's a good one. But what I always say is that be a little bit careful with rounds like this. Because when you're an anti-fragger, it's very important to know that if you have nobody behind you that can trade you, whatever you do as anti-fragger is basically useless. So,
alright.
Because I coach a team, a semi-pro team, and they would have an anti-fragger who would run up banana alone and die and wonder why we're not doing a good job as anti-fragger. And I told him like, hello, you cannot even though you want to entry banana, if you have nobody behind you, if you die, you can't be traded. If you get a lot of space, it's useless because it's gonna take so long time for your teammate to take the space with you that the enemy gonna take it back. So when you enter frag, you always have to make sure you have at least one guy with you. More than one is always better as well. And then doing that, you're just ruining the whole round for everyone. Right? How do you get out here? Great entry. Oh. You have a Mach 10, you want to get out there. Want to get out. Don't get stuck on shooting that guy. You have 3 targets. Just get out there.
Alright.
When you want to just get out, take space. The role of the anti-fragger is to take space in the end. Yeah. Here, if you're playing versus AWPer, this angle isn't the best because they will see you so much more. You can't really get so much speed when you peek out. So AWPer will beat you on that angle, but when it's smoked, it doesn't really matter.
How do you get speed when you peek?
No, that's just like take some steps back and then peek. I can show.
Alright.
I don't know if I can properly show it somehow. But there's a max velocity you have in CSGO. I can't remember it right now. And when you peek angle, you want to be at max velocity. Otherwise, it's gonna look like you're shift walking into the fight, and that's never ideal. With Molotov, yeah, you have to get away from that. Great nade.
Can I get that nade?
Yeah. I will... Oh, this is your kill. Nice. Teammate gets him. Nice, man. Well done. Is something we call zone theory. And it's very fucking easy. Let me just quickly go in here. I will show you as well some peaks you should do. Alright. So zone theory is all about... Here, this. It's all about that, like, when you take site, you have some zones you have to worry about.
Okay.
Right? And this, why is it not changing? Okay, it doesn't really matter if it doesn't change color. These are like the zones you should be worried about. So when you do these zone stuff, right? You have like...
But is that... The stream is paused.
Oh, stream paused. Alright, I will... let me quickly fix it for you. Video, screen 1, here you go. So when you have these zones, alright? Just do color overlay and give it some different colors so you understand that.
Okay.
When you have these, as I call it zone theory, it probably have some different name, but what it's all about is that as soon as the bomb is planted, you want to stay in whatever zone you had when the bomb got planted, right? Because some of these rounds you were a little bit unsure because you were, for instance, here. Can I? I don't know why it's so weak, but yeah, you were, for instance, here, right?
Yeah.
If the bomb gets planted, you shouldn't be leaving this square right now. And then you have to understand, oh, I'm in this square now, this is my zone to hold. What are the best positions? Well, the best positions are here and here. These are the best positions. You want to get to those positions then. Right?
Alright.
But if you are, on the other hand, you're here and the bomb gets planted and this is your zone, roughly, you now have to understand what are the best positions. Well, this is a fine one as long as sight is held. This is a good one, this can be good, and this can be good to hold. So you have to learn that for all, like, most of the maps. As well as if you're in Banana, you want to just be playing in any of these corners right here. And with, like, how you have to, like, understand how when to peek, what to peek. Alright, we're back here now, right? So you were walking up Banana like this and holding this, and that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. And then when you decided to peek here, you went like this and then you peeked. And that can work in this position. And then when you decided to peek here, you went like this. You see now, this guy sees you and this guy sees you. You want to instead, because when you pre-fire, you want to pre-fire angles, but you don't want to pre-fire only one. You have to know, like, all the angles you have to pre-fire, right? So you want to pre-fire like this instead. And then you can go wide out. Alright, you only have to check this. Now check this. Kill him. But if I now want to pre-fire CT, I will look this and I will pre-fire. One guy sees me and one guy sees me. You want to rather pre-fire him first, then pre-fire CT, and now you pre-fire here, if that makes sense.
Alright.
Because you can't only pre-fire the most common positions, you have to pre-fire every single spot they can be. Same here, if you want to pre-fire coffins, you go here. Two guys sees you. Now you have to pre-fire this first, this guy first. Now this guy. Now you get out, now you pre-fire this. Now you go this guy. Now you go this guy. This guy. This guy. And you see what I mean? And you can just keep going like that.
Got it.
So that's how you want to do with pre-firing. So you don't want to, if I can now get to peek CT, I'm just gonna kill this guy so he won't bother me. Same here as well. If you want to pre-fire not this guy but the whole of CT, you know, you swing like this, you get seen by 1, 2, 3, 4 guys and almost 5 guys. So just be a little bit careful about that, if that makes sense. Just be aware that that is possibilities. And this is, by the way, this, if you don't play this a lot, I recommend doing this as anti-fragger. Because it teaches you so much of, like, how you should peek. And even this white line, because do you have any routings when you play as an anti-fragger?
Routing?
Yeah, perfect. So when you anti-frag, you want to go the most optimal route, if that makes sense. Alright, so going from Banana to B site, that have a specific route that is the best. And the reason it's the best is because it like helps you clear all the angles without being too open. I will show you, okay?
Okay.
Because what happens is that when you're routing and you don't have a routing, sometimes you might run in, you run up Banana, and you decide to take site. For instance, like this. You take site. This is not optimal routing because you're getting spotted from so many positions. You would rather take site like this and then clear out everything and have an optimal route for every single position you do, every single thing you do. And in this map, the one I showed you, if you don't have it, I recommend downloading it. It shows you like a line in the ground, and that shows you the optimal route. And you should try to learn that. You don't have to do it perfect, but you have to kind of learn it.
Okay. From the white Why prack, right?
Yeah, Y-Prack.
Alright.
And then here, if you really, because you were, a lot of time we were going alone, and I will give you some like plays you can do if you go alone when you want to enter frag. The first play is to, like, as soon as you get banana, you want to aim at this like top here and just throw. And then you want to swing behind this Molotov and fight, because this one won't hurt you. But the enemy will think, because the enemy, they will be looking at the Molotov from here. They will look like it's covered, so they will fall back thinking it's Molotov. And you can then just peek behind it like this.
Wait, when do you throw it?
As soon as you hit banana, I'll show you. So you want to throw it, like if you come up here now, right? New start, go up, get the Molotov out, aim here, just throw it. Like as long as you get behind. And then you can walk behind it and take a fight there. You win so many duels because Oppers are not ready for it. Some people have nades out getting ready to retake and you win fights. And then...
Wait, what happened if they throw Molly as well?
Yeah, so the Molotovs I will show you. So when you Molotov here, you are forcing their Opera away. A lot of people do a Molotov here and a Molotov here. You as anti-fragger, if you're feeling it, just run past. Because you have to do this with the best spawn, very important, best spawn. If you have the best spawn, the molly will do like 30 damage to you. And that's 100% worth it if you can get in and get a kill here and fall off. That 30 damage is worth it. And even if you go in here and there's nobody here, you got so much space for losing so little HP, it's 100% worth it. Another play you can do if you have the movement and stuff, something I do every time I have an SMG here is that I run up, I go here, I aim, I throw a smoke like this. It's very good if you have aggressive playstyle. When it blooms, you want to run, go close, and just do a flash. Flash through, go through.
Yeah.
This
Ren play like it.
Yes, correct. This blind the guy and you can push. This wins you so much. And to do it even better...
I did this a lot. I did this a lot.
Yeah, I recommend it by the best.
It always works.
Always works, and if you want to do it better, get a smoke there, and your other teammate do a smoky push. And usually, when you want to push long, it's very important you want to push long. The reason you don't push short is because the guy have an M4. When they have an M4, you jumping like this doesn't really matter, because the M4 will be playing here, and you're dead. And you're dead. But the guy on long usually play up, so when you jump, he leg shots you, you get a kill, and you can just keep running. Or you can get it up and you can hold like this for the re-aggression. Because like if you do a flash here, as I showed, if you do this flash, the guy gets blind and he will just fall off and go here. Now when you come and you have M4 and you come like this, you're open for so many positions. Versus, well, this dude get blind and you push here. If you push out here, you have 2 positions. And nobody plays library in like the start of the round. This is not a starting position anybody have in the start of the round. Like you have to be either a dumb player or a genius for having library. And then last thing was the Molotov here. If you fail it a lot, some people just run and they aim here, and that should work. Just in this.
I just don't know when to throw it.
Good question. So let's see, let me show you. So when you run out, right? Let's try some positions. This. That was very far back. Let's go a little bit closer and then throw. You see? I say from the top of this shadow to this shadow, anywhere in between that little range, and just aim at the bottom here. You should be fine.
And it will work.
And then this, yeah, we can test it out, right? Now let's go one in the middle of it. Works, and one on the edge of it. Works, yeah. Just anywhere from the top of this to this. So you have a little line here, and you know you don't have to, like, you can just do it fast like this. Then you have a lineup. You can do, there's a lot of lineups for this. It's not the hardest to throw, but it's good to learn. Don't think I have much more. This is like a flash as well, I think, right? Oh no, not like that.
What happened when I play CT? I want to push second mid.
Yep.
Like I molly T-base and then I just go from mid and pick second mid.
So you Molotov like this and then you pick?
Yes. No, I look at the molly a bit. I look at the molly for like 2 seconds, so the enemy won't cross it.
give you the best hint for this ever. Is that you don't have to Molotov it. What you want to do is to get your AWPer to hold like this, which is how the AWPer usually hold in the start. Some AWPers are confident and big like this, that's dumb. You get your AWPer to hold like this. And while your AWPer hold, you're just gonna be looking like this.
Yeah, but the problem is I don't trust my AWPer.
Yeah. If you don't trust your AWPer, then how I would do it then is of course Molotov, look at the molly, but only look like this, and then as soon as you can be seen, now you have to like start taking stuff. And you don't want to get stuck here, because that's a dumb position, they will just wide swing. You would rather get down in like an off angle like this, wait for a guy to climb off or to jump, or get an off angle like this. Make sure you're covered behind this wall.